coffee's up. Happy Monday. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Good morning, good morning. Put your buttons, stuff up, and it's time. Gotta get the stuff up. Gotta get all my stuff up. Let's get it up, get it up, get it up, get it up, get it up. We gotta get it up, y'all. It's Viagra world, we need to get it up. The world is fake. The world is fake. A lot of fakers trying to convince you we're not in a movie. A lot of fakers trying to convince you. Good morning, good morning. Fake world, fake world. Sail to the ends. Everybody got their coffee? Coffee's up. Coffee is up. Coffee is served. Who we got this morning? Good morning, Kati first in the room. Heaven and Sharon and Zach and Yuli and Stacy. Appreciate y'all joining so we can have these conversations about fake world. Find your family. Put them bastards on a boat. Put the sail up and sail them to the damn wall. Sail them. Let them know the world is fake. They're faking all of it. All of it. Did y'all see the news this weekend? I don't watch the news. I don't watch American news, so half the time I don't even know what's going on. But nobody, I didn't see, y'all didn't even send me the newscaster, the one that was flapping in the wind. Oh, it's funny, it's hilarious. All kind of just lies. They just lying. You see the lights falling from the ceiling. Y'all need to watch the Truman Show. I got to give a shout out to Truman. Y'all have not watched the Truman Show. That is your homework. Please, I need to go back and watch it. I haven't seen it in a while. Because people like to lie. And I think we got to just be reminded. We are in fake world. Stop believing the lies. Uh-oh, got to shift this picture over. Truman's a little big. I can't see the comments. There we go. Fake world. All right, how's everybody doing this morning in fake world? All the news is fake. All the bailouts are fake. All the fakes are fakes. The only thing that's real is we po. That's what's real. That's right, we po. If you don't have $1 billion in the bank, you po. Good morning, age of Credilia. Did I say that right? Cracadilia. Like that, man. Good morning, Deborah. Happy Monday morning. Happy slavery. Good morning, Ivana. Stacy has vodka. What you doing vodka this morning, girl? It's not that bad. It's that bad. It's that bad. Everybody gets Stacy a hug. Stacy gets a hug this morning. Stacy, you're not supposed to drink in the morning, girl. What happened? It's fake world, girl. You're not supposed to believe none of this. You're supposed to look at it, just laugh, and just look at po people fighting po people, thinking that they're gonna get something from the other po people, just ignoring the real problems. You're supposed to laugh at this stuff. Don't drink. I guess if you gotta have a little drink Monday morning, you have to put a little brandy in your, what is that called? Irish coffee? Is it brandy or rum? Put a little rum in your coffee, a little hot toddy, a little something in the morning. Irish coffee. That's what you gotta do. You gotta do. Sister Ellen talking about five. Oh, yes, Ellen. That's right, y'all. 500. Everybody need to pray for 500 million people in North Carolina. They don't have power. The hurricane strength, wind force gales knocked all the power. 500 million. I heard somebody say that. If you don't know what I'm talking about. It's not 500 million people in the United States. I don't know that there's 500 million people in the United States and North America, all in North America, but Fox News put it out because it's all a lie. It's all a lie. But that's what we do. We buy into the news, right? We support it. We watch it. We share it. We like it. We subscribe to it. I have no idea that this was happening. I got to show y'all this. This was hilarious. I didn't see it yesterday, but I just saw it this morning. I was looking around. People were telling me about it. I didn't have time to look at it. Like I said, I do my best to avoid the news. I don't want any of their nonsense in my head. I will watch everybody else's news. I will not watch American news because it makes you stupid. Look at this right here. This dude, he's flapping in the wind. Gale Force wins. We gotta fight it. We gotta fight. I'm getting blown away. I can barely. And you got the guys in the background. Y'all can't see him. Hold on, let me move. I gotta shift some stuff around. Got the guys in the background just walking around, just chilling on his cell phones, talking to his girlfriend. Like, hey, honey, what you doing? And then, hold on. Wait. This is why I gotta make it bigger. You can't see it. I love it. Hold on. I'm gonna stop. Let me stop it. Because if you don't see it, you're not gonna get it. But this is the news that's in America. But you know what? I'll make it a little bigger for you. I do want to show this. But the problem is, I don't blame the news, though. Yeah, no, I don't blame nobody. I blame us, actually. I always blame us. Why? Because we watch it, we share it, we watch it again, and then people go and convince everybody picks their little billionaire station of who they want me to watch and who they want you to watch. You gotta watch this news. This news, that news said it, that news is fake, but this news said it, this news is good. And it's all a lie, it's all a fake. Okay, let me see if you can see it on this one. I had to make the screen a little bigger. All right, that's in my face. Let me move it up. And so, like, he's okay. Now let me back up. See, and now you can see him. All right, there you go. He's like fighting in the wind. He can't get. I don't blame them. No, it's like these guys. They walk by chilling. Say, hey, yeah, baby, yeah. No, it's not even raining here, man. It's not. Girls, not even raining. Listen, we on the way. I got Ty with me. We come. We're coming over right now. Oh gosh. But like I said, I don't blame them, people. We watch it, we like it, we subscribe to it, but we did this, right? We did this. We are the ones who actually we caused it. How did we cause it? Well, we went from news being something that came on for what, like an hour and a half in the afternoon. In fact, it wasn't even that. It's like an hour in the afternoon. It's like after the 6 o'clock, the news came on, went off at 8. Now it's got 24 hours a day. And of course, nobody tunes into the normal news. You want to turn into the news with the guy making it up, got the extra drama, porn. You want to see the pretty girl with the cleavage, and the guy looked like he got the lips all swollen up with chapstick and everything. People tune into that because they don't want to see the normal news. Same thing with the weather. You know, when I was growing up, the weather, you had to call the weather. Did y'all? Any old people here? Do y'all remember that? Y'all had to call. I might have some real old people here. Y'all might have to call Moses. We had to call the weather before we go to school. You had to no, actually, it wasn't even that. It was like tick 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 tick. It take you about 30 seconds to a minute to call the news, and if you messed up, you had to stop and dang it, hang up. Had to dial again. Tick 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 tick. You had to call the weather, and so we did this, right? We did this. We actually made the news fake. We made the news fake because we believe it. And we have fakeable mentalities. And if you have a fakeable mentality, the weather would try to fake you out, right? It's all a business now. It's entertainment. You get everybody together on a helicopter and you're flying from New York, get down there in North Carolina, get down there in Florida, get the right spot, try to get the camera set up, get everybody together, got your lunches and your meals, and everybody got all the pretty ladies and nice looking guys, got the news, got the cameras, the lights and everything, get ready to go. And the hurricane said, I don't want to do it no more. And the hurricane turns into a tropical storm. Like, I don't think I want to do this. It's too late. You done spent $8 million getting everybody down there from all the different parts of the United States. Get ready. It's like, oh no, they're going to have a storm. Whether they want a storm or not, they're going to get a storm. And they give us the storm. And we believe it. And we get all excited. Then you got these brothers, they didn't get the message. They didn't get the email. They just but I think it was a good example. I think it was a good example of just, we're liable, right? We're liable. We're too liable. But then again, isn't that the reason our families lie to us? Because we let them. Our friends lie to us. Political parties lie to us. Politicians lie. Everybody lies to us, and we keep voting for it. Oh, there's that V word. It's like a cuss word around here. That V word. Everybody votes for it. Doesn't really matter. No matter what you lie to us. You lie to the poor all the time, and we vote for it again. Lie to them, vote for it again. Lie some more, vote for it again. Start more wars, vote for it again. Don't like rape, hashtag me too, vote for it again. We just, and it doesn't get any better. It does not get any better. I hate to say it, but We are heading for some very special waters. Not the waters that the Hurricane, Lucille, Lorraine, Lucinda, I don't know her name, whatever her name is. They're always making up a name for somebody's new storm. But we believe it. Our intellects, they play with our intellects because we send our intellects out to play. Maybe we shouldn't send our intellects out to play. Like maybe you shouldn't pick your billionaire news and believe that and attack somebody else's billionaire's news, right? Because you're still going to get fake news at the end of the day. They tell us to vote, then throw our balloons, our ballots in the trash. Exactly, Stacey. Because I think what it is for them, I don't think they count the votes. No, yeah, they count the votes. I think they count the votes. Maybe they don't keep the ballots. I think that they look at the votes because they want to see that people still, they want to see that Truman's still getting up in the morning. Hold on, let me get rid of this behind me. I think that, go back to Truman. No, that's me. I don't dispute me. There we go. I think they want to know, Stacey, that Truman's still getting up in the morning. Is Truman still getting up? Looking in his mirror? Is he brushing his teeth? Is he washing his hair? Are using shampoo? Okay. Is Truman in the boat and Truman starting to sail the hell away? And this is what I think. I think we need to get in the boat and sail the hell away. I think you need to put as many people in your ship as you can and get the hell out of Dodge. I think they need to see that you don't care anymore, that you're not buying it, that it doesn't matter red or blue wind, doesn't matter green or pink wind, doesn't matter black or white wind, doesn't matter Christian Muslim, none of that matters because they own the whole damn world. It's a crony world. They own it and it's all fake. And so they lie to us about everything. They make the lies so delicious. They make the lies fit our narrative. They make the lies convenient for us to keep being ignorant. And that's really what it comes down to, right? Because they lied to you because you were born in a certain place and the lie is good, right? Like I asked a question this morning. I was wondering, like, what are you allegiant to? Hey, let's talk about allegiance for a minute. What are you beholden to? Are you beholden to anything deep? Are you beholden to anything of value, anything of ethics, moral, or anything decent? Are you beholden to where you were born? Like, think about that. I was processing that in my head. Like, do you get behind good people fighting bad people, or do you just get behind local people fighting anybody else? What are you allegiance to? How deep are you? How powerful is your intellect? How powerful is your compassion? Maybe compassion is the right word. Compassion. If you're allegiance to where you're born, your nation, your state, your region, whatever it is, and you're willing to ally with all the bad people in your area against good people somewhere else because they're the others, it's how we got here. It's how we got here. Sell our intellects to the highest bidder. Who said that? Absolutely. Michelle, absolutely. We sell our intellects to the highest bidder. Whoever is selling the thing that makes our life, the things that make our sold out ignorant lives more convenient, more comfortable, being okay with being chattel for billionaires in this human farming project. And we sell our intellect right out to them. Sell it out. Who wants my intellect? My intellect is forbid. Who's going to tell me that I'm a good person? Who's going to tell me that I'm pretty? Who's going to tell me that my religion isn't murdering the world? Who's going to tell me something good about myself? And whoever tells me that good, they got me. And it's like how they follow people. It's funny. I watch my numbers every now and then. I look at them. I think they're kind of fake too. But I watch them go up and down. Why do they go up and down half the time? Oh, because you're ugly. That's probably part of it. But you know what a lot of it is? I don't say things people like. You don't like it. Like, people tune in to what makes them feel good. I don't know that. I think I make some people feel good. I think the things that we say, the things y'all post, I think that makes some people feel good. I think it makes the people who want to know the truth feel good. I think you're affecting adults, right? Adults will get in the ship and they'll sail to the wall with you and see if the wall is fake. They'll see if the sky is made out of wallpaper. The people who don't want to see that, the people who want the steak, the people who want to stay in the matrix, oh, they don't want to get in that ship. Oh no, they've already sold their intellect, and you're saying things. They'll block you, they'll delete you, they'll do anything they can, but they don't want to hear the truth. They need to hear comfortable things. They're like little toddlers. You gotta coddle them, make them feel good, tell them good things about themselves, and I think we gotta back out of that. Geoengineering warfare, Ellen says. And yes, geoengineering warfare, it is a thing. Geoengineering is totally, they give it different names, right? They started with chemtrails in the beginning of that. If you look into it, came out of the CIA, where every damn thing comes out because they wanted to make people look crazy. Say, there's no chemicals coming out of the plane. Meanwhile, it had like five different names. Geoengineering, astral spray something and something else, and then the ash, and they kind of put it out there because they convince you that these people are crazy and it's a bad idea. But now the climate's changing, so we don't have a choice, so we gotta go with the bad idea, or we gotta go with part of the bad idea. People start clapping for it in universities, and then you end up with this military industrial climate change complex that wants nothing more than to destroy ecosystems and make money out of it. It's crazy. We live in crazy days. And it just, I know it sounds crazy, doesn't it? But it sounds normal if you believe neuroscience. It sounds normal if you believe the people who are telling us all of our leaders are psychopaths. That everything is about the bottom line. Everything is about the money. It doesn't matter who dies, right? Because if you're allegiant, but aren't we to a degree? We're allegiant to our nations. We can look the other way when people dying in Yemen. Damn it, Sudan is another one now where you got mass starvation. It's another one. I remember growing up. Y'all remember growing up? My mother used to always tell me, we'd eat dinner. She'd sit down. She said, she said, baby, you had eat your peas. Because people in Ethiopia starving. I don't know, Ethiopia, y'all hear anyone from Ethiopia? Ethiopia, y'all starving. Y'all still alive? Because y'all was starving my whole childhood. Y'all was dying just the whole time. UNICEF had pictures. But think about that. If your mama told you that, that's what my mama told me, to get us to eat our peas and our greens and everything. I'm sitting there thinking, well, mama, damn it, if Ethiopia's starving, how come they can't, why they should eat my peas? Why I gotta eat my peas? Why I gotta eat my black-eyed beans, mama? If they should eat them then. Why I gotta eat them? You know, so I gotta get fat because they're skinny. No. But it was on the news back then. You know, we had ethics back then. We had people who cared back then. Maybe a lot of it was faked. I don't know. They did people with the camera back there eating a sandwich and the people down there starving in front of the camera. Like, the hell y'all doing? The imagery, the fake news, you know, but they don't even put it on the news anymore. As bad as things were back then, at least starving people were on the news. You see starving people on the news today? I don't. Oh man, I might show y'all something. I don't know. I can't show you everything. I try not to get emotional on this thing. When I look at pictures of these kids in Yemen, it pisses me off. There is one. It gets to me. And I want to clarify something. I gotta clarify. I am an emotional cat. I seem like I laugh at everything. I'm not. I'm a passionate guy. But when you see these pictures of these kids, you know, and then you start to come to me and start telling me about how good some of your presidents are, but they all do the same damn thing, starving everybody, handing everything to the billionaires. First they had the too big to fail Obama, and that became too big to jail at the end of his term, and now Trump's came in the same damn thing, handing all the wealth to billionaires. And people want you to start clapping and think that any of this is a good idea, that the poor gets poorer and poorer. GDP is up all the time. GDP's up all the time. Growth is just growing. Banks money. I see banks being rolled out. They're actually closing damn gasoline stations where I live. I've never seen gas station closing I'm seeing gas stations close and banks going up where the gas stations are. Somebody's making a heck of a lot of money in fake world, and it's not us. It's not us. All right, let me see what else we got. Surfs up. Yes, Elizabeth, surfs up. It's time to get in that boat, start selling people. And how do you sell people? What I mean by that, you tell them the truth. You tell them the truth. You post the real news. You tell them real things. You tell them that their leaders are psychopaths, that leaders are starving people, that the leaders are funneling guns everywhere. Like, you know how crazy it is that the #1 arms dealer in the world is like always involved in the peace process? How is that even possible? The #1 country always starting all the wars they're a part of the UN and they send in peacekeeping forces. No, they don't. They send in murder forces. That's all they do. Unfortunately, that's us. They look at our votes to see how their marketing campaigns went. Yes, Mary, exactly, Rabbi Mary, and that's exactly it. They look at them. I know, because it's a metric. That's all it is. They just want to know how many of our intellects are still playing. That's all they want to know. They want to know how many Trumans are starting to wake up. And I think we need to start knocking down lights. If you haven't seen the Truman Show, again, then watch your homework. They started knocking down lights, and I see people all day long. I see them walking, and just lights are falling. Y'all remember that scene on the Truman Show? Let me see if I can find that. Y'all remember that scene where the lights were falling everywhere, and he's just walking like, what? You know, oh, here you go. Hold on, should I show this to you? Where he's just walking, and then all of a sudden the light falls like, and Truman was smart enough to pick the light up like, what the hell is this? And that's what the news is this morning. That's what the news is this weekend with the storms and all. When you see the light fall, don't pretend it didn't fall, because that's why I see people, they just walk in and the light, Obama's president, no hope and change. Trump is president, ain't no swamp draining, you know, May's prime minister, you know, still starving the poor, you know, the serfs. You know, and it happens all like you see all of these crashing coming down. We're fighting for democracy and freedom. You know, meanwhile, we're just murdering everybody in the country. We're fighting the war on terror. Meanwhile, the United States is still the #1 funder of terror in the world. You know, all these lights are just falling. And people pretend like they don't even see it. They just walk like, oh, I don't see it. I don't see it. Who you gonna vote for? I don't even see it. Who, you know, and I think we have to sell. We have to sell. I think we got to stop being allegiant. We got to stop having allegiance to evil things. We got to stop having allegiance to luck, allegiance to privilege, right? I see now, I say that word, you know, people, they get to tweak, oh, we gonna talk about privilege. No, I'm not going. I don't believe in racial privilege. I think that's stupid. I mean, is it real? Yeah, because you got racist people, stupid, but you also got elite people. Right? If you came from the middle class, they show you favor. They came from the upper class, they show you favor. But we live in a privileged country. I was talking about this weekend. I got no bomb privilege. Nobody's dropping white phosphorus on me. So it's my obligation to look over to Yemen and say, y'all need to stop dropping white phosphorus over there. But you don't see those people on the news. Yes, Angela. Angela said they stole our world. Did they steal our world? Did they? I think about that sometimes, Angela. Did they steal it or did we give it to them? Did we give it to them? Which one? Did they steal it or do you like package it up, put a little bow on it, write a little card? Hello, elites. We love you so much. We thank you for your hope and change. And we thank you for draining the swamp. And we really just love you to death. And look, a little, you know, I did the girl. Y'all remember back in the day, that's just back when women was sweet. I don't know if y'all still sweet, but they used to take the perfume, put a little perfume on the card, a little dabble of perfume on the card. Package it up, send it to the elite. Here's the world, y'all can have it. Here you go. Oh my gosh, yes. I don't know if they stole it. I think they tricked us maybe to a degree. Maybe that's fair. But I think we just package it up because every day we just package it and we give them more like, oh, y'all don't have Sudan. Here you go. Y'all don't have the Congo. Here you go. Oh, you want Puerto Rico too? Oh, let me wrap that up. I'm gonna wrap up Puerto Rico nice and good for y'all. Here you go. Meanwhile, they're fighting. Who's this guy's name? Kavanaugh? Did y'all see this mess about Kavanaugh? So, all right, so listen. So in America, we had this thing. If you're not in America, it's called the Supreme Court, right? It's a place where a bunch of people go and they like don't ever look at the Constitution ever. They never even read it. They were the people who would sleep in the back of civics class. So they don't pay any attention to citizen rights or anything. They just get paid by billionaires to get little deals, backdoor deals. And they just write, they okay everything, right? So this guy, they're going to put this guy on there named Kavanaugh. And they said back in 1822, when he was a teenager, that he rubbed up on a girl. And so he's a sexual predator. And I'm like sitting here like, okay, all right. So I listen, I don't pull any punches. So you can get mad at me. You can go ahead and get mad at me, hashtag me too. You get mad at me you want. But if you were telling me to vote for Hillary Clinton and she's like the #1 reason behind rape and murder all over the world in Haiti and everywhere else, conflict, minerals, come on, stop. We're not going to play that game today. So first of all, this little dumb idiot kid rubbed up on some girl. All right, now, is that the sign of a psychopath? I don't know. Could be. Could be a sign of a dumb kid, right? Was he over 26? If he's under 26, he didn't have a frontal lobe, so he made dumb decisions. So the idea that you go back in somebody's past is stupid. I think it's unimportant. I do. I think it's unimportant. Why? Because I had women used to grind up on me when I was a little kid. I didn't used to be tall. I used to get pushed around a little bit. I was a little chubby. You know, I had to... I didn't got abused. I got abused by a girl or two in my day when I was little till I got some height on me. The girls kind of big back then. We had some big, strong girls back then. Listen, so, you know, but am I going to like go and accuse them of something? No, I'm not. They were bigger and stronger, but nah, I'm not gonna accuse them of nothing like that. To me, it's stupid. I think they set the discussion. This is fake world. They set the discussion. What do I mean by that? Because now you got people arguing about whether or not Kavanaugh, a sexual predator 800,000 years ago, should go on the Supreme Court. Yes or no? Yes or no? And I don't think that's ever interesting. I don't care nothing about the argument the elites and billionaires and the mass mainstream media gives me. It's stupid. The question is the Supreme Court the ultimate predator of the earth? Are they? Do they okay every war? Do they okay every law? Did they okay the laws that allow to break up the telecommunication bill so now we don't have a media, so our democracy means absolutely nothing because all of my countrymen are morons? Well, not morons. It's just gaslit. They're brainwashed. Do they okay all the devastation around the world? Do they read the neuroscience? Do they okay the laws that bring about scarcity and poverty and planned obsolescence? So if they are one of the atopical supreme predators who sold out the world to Wall Street, I don't think the discussion is about putting one person on the bench. I think the question is, should the bench exist anymore? Is that bench a cancer to human society? Is it a cancer to human evolution? I'm getting excited on the recent comments. I don't know. I think that they set the discussion and you shouldn't let them set the discussion. I think that these people are crazy. They're nuts. And the people who go along with the fake world clapping it, arguing the way that they tell you to argue, I think you're Truman. Truman, I think you're Truman brushing your teeth in the morning. All right, let me see. Ooh, Michelle said birth lottery patriotism. Good word, good word. I think you need to coin that, sister. And that's what it is. They have a patriotism to their birth lottery, right? Like, this is who I am. I'm this, and I'm going to stand and fight with these people. No matter what happens, no matter how much evil, immoral, unethical things that come about, and they stand with it. And that's insanity. Like, that's just, it's not even immaturity. It's worse than that. I don't even know what it is. It's a sort of mental illness. Somebody, where are my psychologist friends at? One of y'all gonna have to diagnose that. Like, what is it when a person is like totally allegiant when it comes to death, murder, rape, destruction, war, poverty, and like starving children to death? What is that called? What is that? There is some sort of a condition. Y'all need to do a study because these people are beholden to the most evil people on the planet because they were born next to them. And then they get upset. Another thing I was thinking about is like human trafficking. So they're looking at, what is it, in Greece? What the hell's wrong with y'all? Somebody need to call Greece up, tell Greece come over the house and smack Greece in the head. What the hell wrong with y'all? Got people going out in boats, saving immigrants, saving them from dying out. And now they're being prosecuted as criminals for saving people. Like, that's not even human. Like, even if you're against like immigration, even if you're against Jesus immigrating, y'all know Jesus immigrant. I gotta throw that in there. Yeah, Jesus was an immigrant, by the way. Did I say that? Yeah, Jesus immigrant. All right, anyway. They're closing the door in his face. Get the hell out of here. Joseph was married. We had nothing to feed y'all. All right, so first of all, even if you're against immigration, when people come over in the boat, at least get them out the damn boat so they don't die. Now you're gonna send them back to their own country. Is that political? I'm not sure if that's political. I still think that's kind of stupid. I think you're supposed to help people with national security, neighborhood security. When you feed people and they're not scared running out of their own country, and then you have some security. But if they're running to your country because you stole everything in their country, you funnel weapons to their countries, then you caused the problem. You're supposed to fix it. But either way, you don't let people die on the boat. So they're prosecuting these people and they're calling them human traffickers. Human traffickers. And I was thinking about that. That got me thinking. So they call them human traffickers. Why is that a crime? Like, that human trafficking is not a crime to a psychopath. Psychopaths don't care nothing about that. You human trafficking? It's a crime because they're human farming us. That's why it's a crime. That's why they're upset. Because they need you to immigrate through the bank's policies and the billionaires in ways where they make money, right? And you get behind it and you believe it like, I am German, I am Irish, I am British. You get behind this nonsense. I'm American, and you're just backing up to billionaires in their human farming. I think human farming is a greater crime. I think that's the only reason they give a damn about human trafficking, because they don't want y'all farm animals realizing that you're farm animals. And you keep cheering it. Like, hold on, where is it? Greece, that's what's happening, right? I'll show that to you.
Or ERCI, which operated on the island of Lesbos, is now closed. 30 of its members facing charges in Greece, including spying and alleged people trafficking. If convicted, they could face life imprisonment. It means refugee rescue is now the only group operating in the Aegean Sea.
Life imprisonment for saving people drowning. You know what? This tops one of the dumbest things I ever heard. You know, in America, it's illegal to feed the homeless. It's illegal to feed the homeless in some cities. This actually might top that. This life in prison for saving people before they freaking drown. Somebody smack. Is Greece in the house? Greece, put your head up.
Its crews inform the Greek Coast Guard each time they go out, so they're not suspected of acting in secret.
We understand that our ability to operate is contingent on the fact that they trust us and they recognise that we are very skilled, that we are very professional.
ERCI says it followed exactly the same protocol. Its founder spoke to us from an undisclosed location as he prepared to turn himself in to authorities.
This is ridiculous. So he's hiding out. He is a criminal humanitarian. How dumb is that? How dumb is fake world? A criminal humanitarian. Come on, y'all. We got to grow up. What's Stacey talking about? I want another Great Depression. I want this country to be dirt poor. Then we get back to community and away from our Kardashian world. I agree with you, Stacey. I agree. I kind of want us to bring it down, though. I don't want it to fall on our head. Like, I think people need to learn how to be sustainable again. I don't want people to get hurt. We have to go back to, like, we are poor, but we don't know we're poor. And that's like the other fake news. We think we got all this money. We don't. It was 93 million Americans lost their homes in the last, under the, I think it was the Obama administration. He was bringing some hope and change. 93 million Americans lost it. Something like that. That stat might be a little fake news, but it was in the last decade or so. Like, this is ridiculous. You know, but we are poor, but people don't feel it, right? Because they keep injecting artificial goodness. They keep giving us fake news. We're doing so well. And you keep getting the poor focus on, you know, the wars and bombing the poor everywhere else. But we're going there. But I kind of want it to be something where we bring it down. It's a difference between when we bring it down, we're growing food, we got community, we're taking care of each other. Then I think we can build a better society. Because I'm a little afraid if it falls the way they want it to, because, you know, we are designed to fall. The rest of the world, this is what y'all really need to be scared of. They're designed to collapse America. The Great Depression didn't happen. It was caused. It was a business plan. The Federal Reserve, look it up. It's a thing, right? If you can make America poor, Americans will come murder you. This is the problem. And this is what you need to focus on with your American friends. You need to tell them that they are poor. But they're not telling anybody that they're poor. They're waiting for the dollar to collapse. And when the price of bread goes up to $20 a loaf, every American is going to be getting on a boat coming to murder your country. I'm telling you. Or it depends. It depends on who y'all are. And if you think that's not the case, like, Americans are decent, fair-loving people, and they love Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. Americans are decent, fair-loving people when they got food, when they got houses and water, and they got a government that hadn't turned on them, that's been waging war on them since, 1876, whenever that date was. They're coming for you. So a collapse is coming. It's a design. But I think the difference is, Stacey, I think we can guide it down in a way where people don't starve and we have mass riots in the street. And when they give us the option, because they'll make things so crazy, and then they'll give us a solution, right? Because that's what the kings always did. Starve us out. Let me see. No, I have to leave. I don't know about something. Leaving to answer the phone. I don't know what you're talking about, Rabbi. Let me see. I don't either. I'll block the a-hole in the new. I'm not sure what y'all talking about. Brother Dwayne saying preach. All right, I'm not sure I'm preaching, Dwayne. I think I'm preaching to the choir half the time. Like, I think y'all know this. To me, I'm just saying, get in the boat, put some people in the boat, and sail them to the end of the fake world so they know it's fake. See, Gerard is our 2018 version of Donahue. I get my coffee. Do you get your coffee and drink? I'm no Donahue. I think this stuff is funny. I think it's ridiculous that people don't see how fake and crazy this is, and how nonsensically ludicrous it is to have an allegiance to where you were born. That's just dumb. That's like the intellect of a crayon. The crayon's like, yeah, what am I? I'm purple. I'm purple. I'm gonna stand with the purple people. The purple crayons, purple crayon unity. You know, it's just, it to me is dumb. Let me see. Let me see. We've been doing this to Yemen for decades. Exactly, Brother Dwayne. And please keep saying it. Please keep saying it. Because they try to turn that narrative. You know, they're trying to, Brother Dwayne, they try to turn the boat around like, yeah, Trump did this. Trump was, no, he didn't do it. It's the Republican. No, no, it's not. Oh, it's just the United States. No, 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 it's not. This is a plan from the elite, the billionaires that are farming us in every damn country. They've been doing it since the beginning of time. Who is the president don't mean two shakes of a Willy Wonka. It just means nothing, zero. Who's on the Supreme Court means absolutely nothing. Who's your prime minister means completely nothing. The only thing that matters is who's printing the money. That's it. Who's printing the money? And if they're printing the money, they're telling your government where to get off, where to go. It doesn't matter what kind of constitution you have, your rights, and you think that matters? You think they care about that mess? These people buy nations. They buy entire militaries, and they send all those kids to die for whatever the hell they want. Sometimes they do it just for games, fun, and luck. Who was it? Was it the Rothschild or was it the Rockefeller mama who said the only reason wars even exist because my kids like them? Who said that? Somebody post that quote for me. I forgot who said that. Let me see. They don't show us the real picture on the news. No, Stacey, and they will never show us the real picture on the news because we don't demand it. We keep clapping, we keep cheering, we keep watching it. The Book of Angels, Don't Play This Harp, describes the early geoengineering government projects since the 1940s. Thank you, Tanya. It's nothing new. It's nothing new, but people think you're crazy when you say it because people don't do their homework. I say, don't waste food to my children now. Thank you, Tamara. Everybody need to do what Tamara does. We need to go back. Don't waste food. Don't eat your food. It actually makes sense because if you eat your food, you're not eating other food. Because if you don't eat your food, you eat the other food, then you're still hungry and the price of food keeps going up. Make sure your kids eat all the food, but make sure leafy greens and vegetables and organic and natural and local. Support your local farmers. You shouldn't be buying any daggone produce from 2 nations away. That's just stupid. It was the Rothschild's mother. Thank you, Age of Crocodilla. I don't know how to say it. You have to help me how to pronounce that. That was the Rothschild's mother who said that. The only reason that wars exist because her kids like it. Like, just think about that for a minute. Let that like sink in. The only reason that our friends and countrymen go and murder children in other nations and poor people with barely have any guns and weapons and tanks, the only reason it exists is because their kids like it. It's fun. They're bored. I remember something. Was it the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. One of them said that each kid that was born had to have an initiative, and they had to have some sort of initiative that they had to move forward and do. And one of them came up with the eugenics. It was on that eugenics documentary where they talked about it, where one was like, yeah, we need to do eugenics because the people who aren't better, there's something wrong with them. They got a fungus in their body. We need to end their line. And the whole eugenics project was proven true. It is empirically true that they were doing this, and they wanted to kill poor people who they thought were dumb because there was something wrong with them. They had a fungus, and we need to end that line. You know, and it's insane world. It is an insane fake world. But the cool thing is we can stop it any day we want. All you got to do is stop believing. That's all you got to do. Sail your ship to the end, poke a hole in the wallpaper, and climb the hell out. That's all you got to do. It really is that easy. But, you know, it does involve dropping that birth privilege. It does involve dropping that birth allegiance. It does involve understanding that you're on a farming plantation and then just farming everybody. All right, let me go down. Let me see. Most of the NGOs are just fake fronts for mining and other greedy interests. Yes, Deborah, because everything is colonized, right? Everything's a debt colony. We learned that. Everything's a debt colony. How does that make sense? To me, it makes sense because somebody said something. I was watching Crosstalk this morning. Good Crosstalk. I posted out on my page. He basically said that, no, it wasn't even Crosstalk. It was somebody else. He said debt is the opposite of freedom. Think about that for a minute. Because if a person owes you a debt, they're enslaved to you to a degree. They're indentured servants in an organized, civilized world, which we ain't civil, ain't nothing damn civil about us. But in this world, if you owe somebody, you owe them. You got to pay or you go to prison. Debtor's prison is still a thing, especially a bank or the IRS. They'll shoot, they'll murder you. My country, IRS, they'll murder you. You owe them money, they just kill you. They kill you and take everything out your house. That's why Wesley Snipes hide in another country now. But debt is the opposite of freedom. So if you really think about it, how do you own a nation? You put a nation in debt. And that comes down to all that conflict, minerals, and economic hitmen stuff. So you go to another country, you put them in debt and you own them. Or in your country, right? If your nation is in debt and you owe these billionaires billions of dollars because of the Federal Reserve System and fractional reserve banking, it means each child is born into debt. So what does that mean? Each child is a slave. This is why I keep saying kids they're born into slavery. They're born into forced labor. We have the exact opposite of freedom. You can't have freedom when you owe a debt. When you owe a debt, you don't have a free military. And this is why in my country and a lot of other countries I see, they outlaw people surviving. Like if you want to live off grid, they make it illegal. They make it hard and impossible. They ban the houses that are sustainable. They ban the using of wood and cooking fires. They ban you from growing food in your front yard. They come up with all these dumb excuses like, oh, when you grow food in your front yard, it brings mammals. They come up with this dumb stuff. But what is it really about? They don't want you being happy, growing something on your own, spending very little money, not living on debt, and being happy. That's the exact opposite of what they need. They need you to be in debt and they need you to keep working. That's why you get points. Like, how's the credit system work here? If you use the credit, your credit goes up, your credit score goes up. But if you pay your bills off early or you don't use it, your credit scores go down. Then it makes perfectly good sense because they put it right in front of your face. They need you to be in debt because they need you to be a slave. So what is that? This is chattel. We are human chattel. We are nothing but chattel to them. We are chattel slaves, and we teach our children to be chattel slaves. I think that's a bad idea. You got name this. I don't know if it's a show. It's just a bad idea. Debt is always bad. This is why when people start cheering these wars and cheering their president spending in Congress and the damn Supreme Court predator of the whole damn earth, cheering them, all they're doing is they're putting your kids deeper into slavery. That's all they're doing. Deeper and deeper. And you're just clapping and cheering it. Why? Because you don't like Trump or you didn't like Obama. And you just keep cheering. And it's insane. Let me see. Anyone giving love to Jimmy Dore? Anyone giving love to Jimmy Dore is an idiot. Well, you know what, Ellen? Let's pull back on that. I won't go that far. I think anyone giving love to an identity is an idiot, right? I think you go with policies. It's like with me. Like, don't cheer me. I have no interest in anybody cheering me. I know me. I'm silly. If I say something good, then you press that like button. Press the little happy face button or the love button or something like that. I say something you disagree with, or I say something that pisses you off, press the angry button. But as far as me and my identity, don't do that. Don't ever cheer anybody for their identity. Don't look at, so Jimmy Dore, he says things that are true and he says things that aren't true. You look at people look at people, they're just people. Right? They're just a collection of policies and ideas. Some of the ideas are good. Some of the ideas are bad. And back to me, if you support me just because you like me, I love you. I appreciate that. But you're not going to make me any smarter. I want you to help me help you. And the only way that I do that, the only way we do that as a community is we continue to help each other. Tell each other when we're wrong. Tell each other when we're right. Tell each other when you agree, tell each other when you disagree, and be a big enough adult to not wear your birth panties, your birth drawers. Don't wear those. Take them off. Don't be naked running around. Actually, it's good for your energy. It's good for your skin, but take off that nonsense, right? Take off that nonsense and go find people who are different than you and get to know them and let them teach you. Don't be so ignorant in your little birth privilege and birth allegiances that you don't actually listen to other people. The more different, the better. You know what will bless you sometimes? You know what blesses me is when I talk to homeless people. Homeless people will bless you. Oh my goodness. Now, mind you, I'm gonna say don't shake everybody's hand. You can't shake everybody. But then again, I don't shake people's hands in corporate America. A little nasty thing. I used to work in corporate America. I'm gonna give y'all a little hint. Men don't wash their hands in the bathroom. I'm gonna try to say it's a statistic. 82% of men, when they go into the restroom in public, they don't wash their hands. Doesn't matter how clean they are. Doesn't matter if they're homeless. Doesn't matter if they got a home. Doesn't matter if they drive a Ferrari or they drive a pickup truck. 80% of the men, they don't wash their hands. Don't shake anybody's hands. Unless you want to vaccinate. It's a good vaccination. You gotta eat a sandwich after. But the homeless people, they'll teach you. And I think there's a reason why. I think when you sit around and you observe people, you see things that other people don't. Like there's something about that. Like Like, cause yeah, I go to the bathroom. I used to observe people. I know that sounds bad, doesn't it? But I have to know these things. I'm like, ah. So, oh, it's worse than that. It gets worse than that. You know what when you go in a public restroom? I don't know. Do they do this in the women's public restroom? Where you go in there and you look on the floor and you see a newspaper? Like, I didn't know what that newspaper was for. You know what they do with that newspaper? They hand that newspaper back and forth to the stalls. So they go down there, it's like, oh, John finished his dump. He'll go sit down and he'll pick the newspaper and start reading. I'm like, that newspaper is for sharing. Oh, that's not fake word. That's all my look. This is why I'm shaking my hand. But anyway, yeah, it's something about observing. So I used to observe, and I realized I don't want to shake nobody's hand at work. This is when I started giving everybody a pound. Like, hey, welcome to the office, Jim. How's it going? Yeah, bro. All right, man. Hey, get a little shoulder bump. They're like, it's funny. And then like they think it's like a cool jive thing. They come to the office. Hey, how's it going? Gerard. Meanwhile, I said, nah, I just don't want to touch your hands. I know them little nasty hands be, you little nasty buzzard. You better find yourself some soap or something. All right, let me stop. We're not doing comedy here. It's sick, but it's real. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know if women any better. Y'all let me know. But I don't shake men's hands. I meet them. I like, oh no. When I get trapped, I forget shakes in my hand. You see me, all right, listen, hey, take care. Yeah, you take care. I'm going straight to the bathroom. Wash my hands. It's okay to put your hands in dirt. Dirt is good. God made dirt. Dirt don't hurt. Get your hands in the dirt. You should ground. It's good for you. It's healthy. But dirt is aerobic. It's not anaerobic. It didn't come out of nobody's booty hole or nowhere else. I don't even know. How did we get on this topic? I have no idea. I don't know who did this. Who did this to me? Stop it. Stop. All right, somebody did that. Let me back to comments. We're going to delete that. But observe people. Find people different than you. Go talk to a homeless person. Go give them a little bit of money, a little food. Like, don't just step over them like they're invisible. Don't treat them like you're Grease. Did y'all smack Grease in the head yet? I don't hear Grease crying. Y'all need to smack Grease in the head for that dumbness. But, take care of people. And they give you a wise word. They give you words. Hey, come on here, player. Come on over here. Let me tell you something. I always do the right thing. They tell you something. Might not even mean nothing. Might not make no sense. But they do say a lot of things that actually are positive, right? It's someone to sit back and observe the world. Like, I've been on this Plato kick lately, listening to a lot of Plato audiobooks. We need our philosophers back. We need our philosophers. And why are philosophers? Where did they get a lot of their knowledge from? They just sat around and they observed. Busy people are stupid people. They might be book smart. They might be able to hold a job as a banker and a lawyer and a dentist and all that stuff, but they're stupid people in terms of people, in terms of future. Because when you're busy putting out forest fires and infernos at work and you're paying bills and your mortgage and the car, got to buy this, the wife need that, the husband don't shut up, you want that. And you're busy and the kids smacking your head and they trying to run away, crazy stuff. You don't have time to observe people or think about the future. You're trying to put today out. You're trying to put yesterday out. It's on fire. It's an inferno. But people who have time to sit around, and that's why the other reason I think that they don't want us to sit around. That's why I don't believe in work world. I don't believe in human work world. People aren't supposed to work. People are supposed to sit around and think. Because when people sit around and think, you learn. You think about the future. You think about Black Mirror type stuff. I can't promote Black Mirror enough. It's on Netflix. Y'all need to watch it. It'll make you think about the future. What will happen if the train keeps going this direction? What will happen if we keep making kids clones instead of letting them be individuals? What will happen if we keep going the same direction with the Department of Education, making little monsters? What will happen if we keep starving our own populations, making more and more psychopaths in the trailer parks and the barrios and the ghettos? What will happen if we keep taking people, putting them in prison, making them monsters and letting them out? What will happen if we keep voting for politicians that lie to us every damn day, all day long about what they're going to do? They never do it. And we keep voting for them and they have lobbyists in all their office. What is the future of that? That's why we need philosophers. That's why people need time. Nobody should be working no 40-hour work. To me, that's insane. We got robots and software. We know that you don't have to work that long. They make you work that long because they got you fighting other poor people. And while you're so busy fighting other poor people, they're making you work longer and longer hours. They're just wearing you out so you won't even think about these things. And so by the time you finally get up there, you're working 80 hours a week and everybody in the country just done had it and said, we quit. And then what they gonna say? Bye. They're gonna say bye. They're gonna hit the button like, boop, and then the software is gonna come online. All the lights come on, and you just walking out mad, just knocking over desks and chairs. Y'all do that. Don't fire black people. Did I say that? Don't fire. You know, listen, on the day, all right, I'm gonna say something racist. I'm sorry, I don't care. Listen, on the day they fire black folk, go to work, but don't work that day. Take your camera, hide in the closet, cause you fired like the loud, not just any black folk, but the loudest one in the office. Hispanic folk too. or the white folk that grew up in the ghetto, the white folk that grew up in the trailer park, the day they fired them, y'all need to just be in the office with the camera, just sit there, just feel, because they walk out and knock this over and throw this and flip that and close the door, you know, for effect, right? And people are like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? They're gonna shoot up the place and start flipping out. I love it to death. And but when you're not at work now. When we do this in the future, when everybody's sick and tired of working, tired of you betters making us work so long, we're going on strike. They're gonna say, bye. Don't let the door hit you. How does this saying go? Don't let the door hit you with the good Lord split you. I know, I grew up in a Baptist church. That's what they're gonna say. They'll turn the robots online and you can go ahead and go home. And damn it, you better have a garden. You better have a garden. You better know how to grow some food. You better know how to take care of yourself. All right. I'm off in 8 different places. I don't even think I hit the news that much. I go back and I gotta look at the comments. But yeah, so what was in the news is Greece. The other thing in the news, Russia got tanks coming out the ocean. Yeah, I know that sounds like fake news. It's not fake news. They got a damn tank I'm gonna show this. I am gonna show you this. They got a damn tank that come out the daggone. Well, it wasn't the ocean, but look at this. They got the war games happening, right? Because this is what happens in stupid fake world. Oh no, is this the one with the tank from the tank from the river? Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Do y'all see this? They got tanks that go in the damn water. I'm gonna back that up. Look, how you gonna fight a tank that come out the water? This is Russia. Look at this. Wait, let's go back to it's all the way underwater. Look at this right here. Look, stop. You see your tank? Look. Underwater. Y'all see this? You can't fight no underwater tanks, right? And it's people in there. Now imagine when they have the robots driving the tank underwater with the solutions and it's just sitting underwater breathing, waiting. It can sit underwater for years, just wait for you to come by and shoot you and your kids. Is that a good idea? I don't think so. Look at this craziness. Look at that. The tank came out of the damn water. Listen, I don't want to fight that. I'm a fighter, but I ain't trying to fight no damn aquatic tanks, man. This crazy. But this is what they do. This is what happens. I'm gonna shut that off. This is what happens when you funnel weapons and arms all over the planet. You force the whole world into an arms race. You know, this is why this is stupid. You make your people go into debt paying for all the arms, and you destabilize population. You empower rape gangs and warlords to destroy and destabilize populations, and then the damn Russians make aquatic tanks. How is it a good idea to keep destabilizing the world and building everything up to some sort of place where all we do is spend most of that GDP that none of the poor people see on big, massive metal machines to go around the world and murder people more efficiently? How does that make any damn sense? So that was in the news this morning. What else was happening? Lights, camera, action, terrorists. Y'all got the whole chemical attack. The fake chemical attack is out. So now Washington, they're going to make the announcement soon. Russia been saying for damn near, 2 weeks now that the fake chemical attack was going to happen. Now it finally happened. They sent the videotapes over to Washington. So we'll see what happens. We'll go shoot some missiles, do some invasions, get some more of our troops killed, kill some more of those troops over there. And it's just dumb. It's all just dumb. But this is what happens. Let me see. It was a church on fire. They're talking about, the cholera outbreak in Zimbabwe. Like they literally got rivers of poo and a cholera outbreak. We can go clean that up, but no, we're too busy murdering people and blowing up bathrooms in another country, causing more cholera and sewage to run in the streets because we're stupid. Stupocalypse. That's why I call it the stupocalypse, y'all. We're dumb. We're done. But half the time, like I said, I don't get upset about it because I'm like, maybe we're not supposed to exist. Maybe we just, I guess I can show you the news while I'm going down. Maybe we just shouldn't be here. Maybe our brains haven't evolved enough. So this is what I was watching this morning. So the crosstalk was pretty good. Zimbabwe, cholera, let me see. Military action not ruled out in Venezuela. Once again, you can't keep toppling governments legally elected governments you call regimes because you just want to steal their oil, America, once again. But you got everybody cheering America. They was born in America. That's my allegiance. That's what I got. I'm American. So meanwhile, it's okay to murder everybody around the planet, not have any ethics or morals about anybody that lives in Venezuela. Any of the kids that are starving over there, they're not our kids, so we don't care. So that's what was going on. No remorse in Germany for the 2008 financial crisis. I didn't even know that. I know Germany actually did really well in that crisis. I didn't know what happened after that. I saw a little bit of that. I was like, oh, okay. Somebody need to smack Germany in their head too. Let me see, who's from Germany? I think Cotty from Germany. Doesn't get smacked. Every government needs to get smacked in the head. Like, this is the whole thing. It's about us waking up, realizing who we are. We're all poor people. We're all non-billionaires. We all should get together, get the forks, with the pitchforks and the torches, and start smacking our governments in the head because they're dumb people. We need to fire all of them, every last one of them. Put in all new politicians. Will that help? I don't know. But the ones in there are psychopaths. They're not helping. The only politicians that get to stay are the ones, maybe on camera. If you got a politician on camera screaming for the poor people and screaming for kids being starved in other countries, let them stay. The rest of them, get them out there. They're psychopaths. Again, you don't have people who are stable who look the other way when this stuff is happening around the world. So there's a lot of other stuff that was happening. The Japanese whale hunters, which is a good thing, they actually said no to. There was Japanese, Iceland, and Norway. They said no to them, so y'all don't get to hunt no damn whales. Doesn't really matter. They kill 1,500 whales. I think, is it a piece at least? Like, they can do that for research. They still do that every single year. Every single year. And people eat all them whales like, oh, this is research. No, this is research. It's not research. Why? It amazes me that anyone could actually say kill the whales in public and not get smacked in the head. We need to start smacking these betters in the head. Smack them with a little bit of truth and knowledge or something. So let me see. The London Museum's got that little brainwave thing where they fly the balloon around. I didn't think that was important. NASA, which is just another department of the military-industrial complex that lies to you about everything, from aliens to everything else. And don't get mad at me about aliens. I talk about aliens if I want to. Somebody told me the other day I shouldn't talk about aliens. I talk about aliens. You know why? Because aliens don't hurt nobody. That's why. Not that I know of. I'm not sure about that. But it's a belief. All right. It's my belief. If you are in a religion, your religion, you know what? All right. So this is how I know that people are just really not thinking about things the right way. If you believe in God, the question is God a terrestrial or is God an extraterrestrial? I've been an alien believer my whole life and I didn't know it. I was with the Southern Baptist Convention. We were just a whole bunch of Southern Baptist alien convention. We believed in an alien trilogy. It was 3 of them. There's only 3 aliens in the whole damn universe. It was Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit. That's all we believed in. And I guess you had the angels and the demons. So don't hit with no aliens. Listen, my belief is for me. My belief doesn't murder people. My belief is this little thing that I believe, right? Does your belief murder people? Do you believe in politicians and political parties? Are you electing people who are murdering people? I think it's your beliefs that you need to question, not my little flat earthers. Leave them dudes alone. What the flat earthers do? They don't murder nobody, right? I think you should deal with your beliefs in your own mirror that cause rape, murder, mass destruction, and starvation and genocide all over the planet. So anyway, NASA's just the Department of Military Industrial Complex. They lie to everybody, y'all. When the aliens come, when the alien ships show up, they're not alien ships. They're going to be United States Air Force. I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over again. They're at least 100 years ahead of us in technology. All the whistleblowers came forward and said it, and we'll think that it's aliens. It's not. And you'll run to your government and say, save us! And then it's stupid. You'll give up all your rights. Then the elite take over the whole damn world. And that's just a mistake. So are they aliens? Hell yes, they are. But we're not interesting. They're not. Some people say they're here. I don't know anything about that. What I know is they're not showing up in some big ship saying, hey, we're going to save y'all. They got other things to do. And we just ain't that thing. Okay? We're not that thing. So any excuse that anybody comes up with to take rights from your neighbor to give to a billionaire in the government, dumb idea. Bad idea. Always a bad idea. Ever's a bad idea for Bigfoot, aliens, Loch Ness Monster, anything else. All right, let me see. There's a bunch of other stuff. And oh, this was interesting. The fake news, the fake online debate on Iran. I'll post that if y'all want to see that. What was that? What that was about? In Iran, they have data centers where they hire people to go in there and talk on Twitter, hundreds of people, and they're like whistleblowing saying our job was to go on Twitter and fight with people and to help encourage to America to invade Iran. Crazy stuff, crazy times we live in. Oh, gosh. That's a rough one. I'm not sure if I probably do need to show this one. Kind of a little bit of a rough one. I look at some of this stuff. Woo! All right. Is this the right one? But this is about Sudan, starving people in Sudan.
This is a regular scene at Sabah Hospital in South Sudan's capital, Juba. Children suffering from severe malnutrition come to this ward every day to be treated. One of them is Agnes Arash's baby girl.
He's been sick since he was 6 months. I tried to feed him, but where will I find food? You have to buy food here in Juba. You can't farm. If there was money, I'd buy food to feed my kids. If
there was money, I'd buy food to feed my kids. Here in Juba, you cannot farm. We were just talking about this. I won't show the whole thing. I want to show you something else. But this is what I mean. Now, when you starve people, you make debt slaves, right? They need your money. They have to work for you. You have to be able to control them because they can't take care of themselves. That's why the answer always is learn how to take care of yourself. Learn how to take care of your neighbor. Learn how to take care of your family without the infrastructure of these governments in this debt. This is the last one I wanted to show you.
It's an airstrike by the Saudi UAE-led coalition. Whatever the target may have been, this is the result. Civilians searching for missing children. It isn't a rescue. They find one dead child. What's his guilt? Why has he been killed, says one of the men who had earlier rescued the child's mother. The father wasn't in his home when the bomb hit. The girl's name is Samud Sida. She's carried away by one of the helpers. He knows it doesn't end here. The searching continues, and Samud's brother Nabil is recovered.
All right. I can't even go there. I'm just this is why I get upset when I see this stuff. This is why I get upset. This is why I do it, y'all. This is why. Don't team up with no psychopaths, people, please. When you're in some sort of a position to support something or not support something, always look around you. And let's try to keep it simple. I can't keep that up on the screen. I can't. You're in a foxhole fighting. Always look around you. And if the people are psychopathic around you, if the people are murderous, if they're okay with the evilest things that you know are just wrong, get out of the foxhole. It's not your place. It's not your place. Doesn't matter if you were born there. Doesn't matter if you look like them. Doesn't matter if they're a part of your country. Doesn't matter if they got a hat on that's got a flag, the nation you were born in. Doesn't matter if they're your religion. Doesn't matter if they went to your school. Doesn't matter if you know them your whole life. If you're fighting on the side of somebody who's okay with death, devastation, destruction, oppression, slavery, rape, and murder, and they only give a damn when it's someone they give a damn about, it's not anybody you need to be fighting with. Somebody who believes in the fake world, somebody who needs medical attention, somebody who's mentally ill. So I can't go there too far down that road. I get upset. I get serious. You know, it's all politics when you're doing dumb stuff to adults. Y'all start murdering kids and that's okay. You want to fight about Kavanaugh? I'll make jokes about it, but something is wrong with you. Something is really wrong with you. When you got a Supreme Court that okays the foreign policy that never changes from president to president, they buy Germany and France and UK and all the other governments and they take them all to war to murder people and bury kids under brick buildings. That's an abortion for you. You want to focus on abortions? How about you focus on the abortions of the kids that are already breathing? Anyway, all right, I'm getting a little serious. I get a little upset. That's all I'm saying. Is you can't hurt the kids, man. Y'all can be stupid and talk politics all you want, but it's not politics when you're murdering kids. That's not political. There's nothing political about that. And anybody who says they're a politician who's in support of these things and they keep voting the way they do and they're more concerned about Kavanaugh than the whole damn Supreme Court that's okay with all of this, they're not human. They're just not human. There's something wrong with that person. That person needs a straitjacket. They don't need a pen, and they don't need to sit in office, and they damn sure don't need to be writing any legislation. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. All right, let me see last comments, and I'm gonna get out of here. There was another one I can't show. I'll post it. I'm not gonna show it. It's a little too much. All right. Let me go to comments. Let me see. Did you have some cocaine this morning? No, Stacey, I did not have cocaine this morning. I've never had cocaine in my life. I've never had cannabis either. I think I smoked some, what did I smoke? I smoked some oregano once, but that was about it. So yeah, I don't know nothing about that. Hang on, let me see. Some cocaine in it was no cocaine in my coffee. No. Look up Russian shark submarines. I'm afraid to, Ty. It doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me one bit because they keep rolling this stuff out. The technology gets better and better at making murder technology to kill people because human beings forgot what it's like to be human. Assad is gonna have to go rogue. Assad, yeah, I guess. Well, Assad's got Russian behind him, and Assad is a monster in his own right, but he's an elected monster. If the people in his country want him to be in place, it's nobody's right to remove him. Love is more powerful than hate, thus peace more powerful than war. Oh, it's Brother Pat coming with it. Island Mountain, Pat reporting. Yes, absolutely. Love is everything. Love is the answer. The question doesn't matter. Love is always the answer. War is what's good for nothing. Yes, war, Sandra, is good for nothing but billionaires and getting dumb people to turn against other poor people. Now we go support ISIS again. Thank you, Michelle. And that's the same thing. We've always been funneling weapons and helping ISIS. We are Al Qaeda. We're the #1 funders of Al Qaeda. We've always been. The U.S. government needs to go arrest itself, and it needs to put itself in prison. And it's not any different under any president. It's always the same thing. Absolutely nothing. Let me see. Sad reality. It absolutely is a sad reality. Let me see what else we got. We got Knights of Malta. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, it's an open conspiracy to the masses can't agree on. And you know what? Age. I don't have to call you age. There is no conspiracy, right? The word is just stupid. When the kings and lords conspire against the peasants and the serfs, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's people who are trying to figure out what the kings and the lords are up to. And they've been doing this since the very beginning. There's no such thing as a conspiracy theory. You got people who are looking at the rulers and saying the rulers are up to something. And if you were a person yelling and screaming at somebody about a conspiracy, you're dumb as a bag of bricks. Listen to the people who are trying to check the rulers and stop agreeing with them. Stop being a willingly chattel slave. We have to step that up. I'm late, walked my dog, collected quartz to make medicine wheels today. All right, Brenda, get your medicine wheels, girl. Make them medicine wheels. We have to make things with our own hands. We need to go back to holistic living. We need to go back to holistic medicine. We got to go back to being strong. Distribute free birth control. You know what, Ivana, distribute free birth control. We absolutely need to control births, I think. You know what I'm scared of when I think about birth control, though? I think about like, not eugenics, but like depopulation, like this idea that we're overpopulated. We're not overpopulated. They lie about that. I think it's a problem when people have a lot of kids they can't support, but the kids aren't really the problem. The problem is the starvation, right? Like we keep resources from people intentionally, right? So I think absolutely birth control should be free. Absolutely. All different sorts. No question about it. But I think we want to also we hit it from all angles, right? Like there's a narrative about people having kids are the problem. And it's not necessarily that. It's the people who are born in impoverished locations aren't being taken care of because we're turning our head to them in our arrogance. And I think we need to stop turning our head away from our brothers and sisters we need to look out for. So I think all of that. I don't think there should be any cost for healthcare, any healthcare, not just birth control, but none of it. I'm not speaking universal healthcare. I always speak about don't let people die care. That's it. When you say don't let people die, it fits everything. That's it. Whether that's healthcare, whether that's not dropping bombs and white phosphorus on them, DDT, poisoning their rivers, destroying the ecosystems they survive on. Don't let people die. And whatever legislation fits in, don't let people die. It's a good thing as long as billionaires aren't making big money from the legislation. Let me see. Some natural emergency training is planned. We know what happens after that practice. National false flag. Yes, Brenda, and every war's been a lie. We've been lied into every war. And people don't seem to know that, or they don't seem to care about that. So that's why you got to put it in their face. You got to put them on the ship and sail them to the wall. Every war that the United States has been in and they dragged the whole West into, they've always been a lie. We've always lied. We've been lied into the war. We talked about 9/11. 9/11, we're still not investigating. It needs to be investigated like a crime scene, like it's a murder, because it was a murder and it never was investigated that way because the betters did it. When the betters did it or the betters know about it, it's not a big deal. You know, got to ask the right questions, like that Major General's asking the right questions. He said he saw the picture and it was a missile that hit the Pentagon. Why is nobody answering that question? Nobody's even addressing it. They're saying, oh, it's not a missile. You know, there wasn't enough wreckage for it. You know, when you got to ask the questions. Never turn on the people you call conspiracy theorists. Anytime somebody's questioning the kings and the Lord, back that person up. Doesn't mean you agree with them. Doesn't mean you have to believe them. But if they ask a question that makes some legitimate sense, then back them up. He asked the question, why were all the sensors turned off the day the Pentagon was hit? Legitimate question, you know? Back up the fact that people are questioning the lords and the kings. You don't look at them and say, you're a conspiracy theorist. No, you look at lords and kings like, he said something that doesn't sound right to me. Maybe sounds a little crazy, I don't know. But King, Lord, you need to answer what he said. I'm sure you should have a good answer because you're not lying to me. You're telling me the truth. That's because I vote for you. I love you and everything. I keep embracing your fake world that you keep feeding me through the mass media. So you just need to answer his question. And if they don't answer the question, then you know who's lying. You know that, or who's not telling the full truth. I think we always need to know the full truth. Where are the anti-war marches that happened during Vietnam War? Why aren't we protecting this every day? Sister Day Marie. Well, Day Marie, I think that where's the anti-war protest is, I think in order to have an anti-war protest, you got to have people who are against war. We don't have people who are against war. That's the scary reality. The mainstream media determines what people are for or against. And back then, you didn't have Clinton. So you didn't have Clinton who came in and broke up the telecommunications in the United States. And now you got all the mainstream media has everybody focused on a damn hurricane and not the hurricanes we drop on other nations. You know, so I think we'll have anti-war protests again when more people start talking about war like it's a bad thing. But right now, you got a lot of people who talk about war and praise it like it's a good thing. So, you know, people have to step away from the mainstream media and we all have to talk about it every day. Bring it up every time somebody says something. Oh, yeah, y'all gonna do something good for the country. You're gonna pass some legislation. Oh, yeah, you still murdering people? Are you still dropping bombs on people? Are you still funneling guns to warlords and rape gangs? Is he still doing that? Oh, yeah. Like, I think that's where anti-war protests come from. They come from human beings. But we're not human beings right now. We're human being-ish. We're mainstream media directed. And the mainstream media loves war. They make a lot of money on death and destabilization. Not that they're paid to do it necessarily from the CIA, which is what we know. But the reality is they make money with something to talk about. The more war there is, the more money they make. You got 24 hours a day that you got to broadcast news 7 days a week. You love war. You need people to die. You need them to be murdered. You need to have a reason to get people outraged, make them upset. That's how you make a lot of money. We broke our media. We made fake world. We made fake world. They might have had the design for fake world, y'all, but we made it. We cheer it, we support it, we keep watching it, and we let our friends talk about fake world like it's real world. And we got to stop doing that. They're disconnected from the suffering. Exactly, Brother Randy, they are. They're disconnected because they don't want to see the suffering. They don't care. They're not suffering. So they're good to go. So they can tell other people, go to hell. And we got to stop being those kind of psychopaths. We got to start being honest. It's amazing how many people are wrapped up in the Kavanaugh nomination. It is, Ivana, because it's divisive. It's divisive and dramatic and emotional. You know, they use these things like, oh, you know, he's rubbing up on this girl when she was a teenager, and you forget he was a teenager, and he's stupid, he's under 26, didn't have a frontal lobe. All boys do dumb stuff. All girls do dumb stuff because they're kids. But people they envision a grown man doing instead of asking the question, why do they want me focused on Kavanaugh? Because the whole Supreme Court has been bought, the entire thing. You know, I'm not saying I'm for Kavanaugh. I'm not saying against him. I'm just saying that Kavanaugh is not news. It's stupid. It's dumb to even bring it up and talk about it. You got a Supreme Court that is not even human. Let me see. He isn't going to be judged anyway. Don't worry. I'm not worried, Tamara. Tamara, I don't worry at all. Let me see. War is normal now. Yes, it is, Rebecca. It's completely normal. They've normalized it, and people are okay with it, and they like it. They subscribe to it. Thug Life School. Let me see. The kids are facing some cannons, CS, and other nasty military equipment. All faced was tear gas, and all we faced were tear gas and batons. Well, you know what? Back then, Brother Glenn, the adults would stand up, though, right? They'd stand up together. Right now, they got the adults so divided, they're not scared at all to beat children, throw them in prison, tackle little girls on the street, and have the police do it. They're not worried with any of that. There's no reason to be worried, because the adults are too busy fighting each other. As long as the poor people fight each other, they take everything home. How about some anti-war reenactments instead of silly Civil War glorifying? Yeah, we definitely need anti-war reenactments. Jeannie, where are they doing that? I think that was in the Philippines they start doing that again. There was a good thing on the news about that. Not American news, international news. You know, they were doing the war reenactments. You know, and it's powerful when you watch some of those stage plays and you see people dropping and being shot and being raped. People need to envision that and pretend that that's their children. And as do I want my kids and grandkids, nieces and nephews growing up in this world, constantly being destabilized because it's profitable and people are stupid. Bad idea. Unite, make peace with one another. Love, we can do this. Yes, Yuli, we can, and we need to do it. People need to do it. That's what I'm saying, is that this system, it requires our support. If we stop supporting it, it goes away. Stop supporting it. Stop believing in it. Start trolling it. Make your memes. Let them fly. Share them. Memes are great because people won't research anything. They won't read anything. I'll send people videos till I'm blue in the face and they won't look at them because it challenges their comfortable narrative. But a meme is powerful. That's why they're trying to outlaw it, and they're trying to step up the copyright laws because y'all are hilariously funny with the memes. People will read a meme because it's funny and it makes a joke because you're screwing with something. That's not true. And you're making it look stupid. If you can make something look stupid, that means it is stupid. That's why the power of memes. Share the memes left and right. The fact that all politicians failed science. Helen, if they didn't, they do now. No question about that. Let me see. Hiding in plain sight. Yes, Miss T. Oh, welcome back, Miss Tree. Yeah, everything's hiding in plain sight. Everything is right there. ISIS equals Israeli intelligence services. I'm not sure if that's what it means, Miss T, but I know they work together. And we got to be honest about that. We got to stop playing. If we want peace, we got to act like we got peace. There is no, it's not realistic that there's a two-state solution because they're knocking schools down and building settlements, obviously on Palestinian land. So this is a land grab. It's a real estate run for them. And Facebook was selling the dumb stuff. Yeah, Facebook is always selling dumb stuff, but Facebook's a part of it. Unfortunately, they don't get to run their own own company. It's being run by NATO at the moment. Let me see. Yeah, open to conspiracy that the masses can't agree on. Yeah, Age, I'm always open to conspiracies. I love them. I love them. Because conspiracies, everything's a conspiracy before it's true. So, but anyway, listen, I gotta go. It is Monday morning. Happy Monday morning to you guys. Stop believing in fake world. Appreciate your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Grab your friends, throw them in the boat, sail them to the end of fake world and tell them it's just not real. Love y'all. Gotta go.